Assalamualaikum and hello to all my friends. Today, my team and I will present about food processing. After we had a brainstorming session, we finally selected one of the processing, which is food canning. With that, before I go further about the process, I would like to introduce myself and my teammate. First, my name is Daniel Fikri. Next is Kamarul Uzair and Amirul Shafiq. The next one is Nur Amira, Nadia, and last but not least, Emily. As we go to the next video, we will discuss more about food processing, which is food canning.
Okay, so why pig canning? It is because the high percentage of water in fresh foods make the foods very perishable, means that they can easily spoil and lose their quality for several reasons. Microorganisms also can live and multiply quickly on the surfaces of the fresh foods. Thus, the main objective of canning is to preserve the food by the application of heat so that the food can last long and can be eaten at a later time.
Hi. Okay. What is chemical food additive preservative shelf life by reducing or eliminating the growth of microorganism that cause for decay. These added chemical assumed may have a detrimental effect on your health. Okay. First of all, there are types of chemical can be used such as nitrates and nitrates and nitrates. Nitrates and nitrate are effective antimicrobials that protects against the botulism. So they are known to be health hazard. Sodium nitrate used as a color slowly metabolizes into nitrite. Certain brands of products contain nitrites, such as Cure Meats and hot dogs. Next, sulfites and sulfur dioxide are both antimicrobials used primarily as preservative. Sulfites are found predominantly in dry foods and red wine, and sometimes in certain brands of fruit juices. Sulfur dioxide is used in numerous foods. This compound shows the oxidation of fats are called lipids. When sprayed and freshly harvested fruits and vegetables, it stopped the natural ripening. Process. These two compounds can cause an alteration in certain individual and is known as allergic for many asthmatic.
For my research, I think that canning is a compact and neat packaging of food. It can be produced in different kinds of sizes, and the shape of canning is like what we see in the industry. In the supermarket, you can see that canning is in the form of a can. It is in the cylinder and it is a very compact and small size. It can also be produced in a large volume, but basically the small size of canning is preferred by the industry. So the examples of food canning industry is tomato puree, sweetener, fruits, and carbonara sauce. When the food can are lifted from being moved from one place to another, it can produce a small dent, but it does not affect the quality of food. When the dent is near the double seam of the food can, it can affect the food and the food can go bad.
Okay, hi. Today I'm gonna talk about the biochemical in food canning. Okay, food spoilage happen in food canning because the food already reached its decaying state or because it is contaminated by microorganism. Okay, food spoilage may change the texture, the taste, and the nutrient inside the food, make it unfit for human consumption. Okay, bacteria and fungi are the most common microorganism contamination that can cause food spoilage and foodborne illness like diarrhea or stomach pain. Okay. Next, the food may be contaminated when we processing or harvesting the food and during the packaging. So, in order to prevent this from happens, we need to control the microorganism growth inside the can. So the preferable ways is to control the temperature and the pH of the can. Okay, first the temperature. Most of the microorganism cannot survive at high temperature, and because of this, we use pasteurization to kill the microbes inside the can. Next is to control the pH level. Okay, most of the bacteria cannot live in acidic or alkali condition. Most of it usually at pH 7. So when we canning the food, for example, fruits, the fruits may be like lemon, it may be acidic, so in the perfect condition to inhibit the growth of bacteria.
In a nutshell, to summarize all of the content, canning, first of all, canning alters food chemically by changing the moisture, pH or salinity levels to protect against bacteria, microbes, molds and also yeast. It also limits food enzyme activity. Combining these chemical processes with the physical barrier of first, cluster, seals, leads and effectively prevents decaying. That's the first one. The second one, canning can keep canned foods on shelf from 1 to 2 years or longer than that. Lastly, canning can be economically when using homegrown or locally grown produce.
Those are the presentation from my fellow teammates. With that, we say thank you and
Bye!